diamonds. Throw me in the sky, you would sweat a sunshine. Ooh, yeah, you mad, I'm racking up white diamonds. Throw me in the sky, you would sweat a sunshine.
In this Gothic underground city, we all sin. If I bring a couple rounds with me, then we all win. I came back and brought the crown with me. The king's thing. Break your nexus and your neck, cause everybody's on your head.
Just might kick your butt, go run them up, then paint my nails. Never learned to raise my hand, was too busy raising hell. Everything I know I am, you should go and save yourself. Thought you had my number, huh? Congratulations, played yourself. Yeah.
Underground utopia, dynasties and dystopia. Fear is never an option, so time is...
Finally, the part 2. I've built all the power-ups for Sevika's arm. So if you remember in the last part, I built the upper arm, which consists of the slot machine plus the shoulder. So now let's check out how I built all the power-ups. So let's start with the boxing glove. So the actual glove is made out of a styrofoam ball. I will report this pattern onto the fake leather. This whole thing will go around the ball, and I'm using paint to report it actually, so that I can cut it easily afterwards. So it's definitely not perfect. As you can see, there's a huge hole, especially on the ends and so on, but I will fix it with more leather. So here it is, much better. So now we just need to put... well, never mind, it's done. And then we will add all the braces. The top braces has gears on it because we want both braces to be at the same angle at any time. I'm using pins, and on the other side, as you can see, we have a snap ring to lock it in place. Okay, now I can fit it to the base of the extendable glove. As you can see, it's driven by a servo motor. Basically, it's driving a small latch that will prevent the handle from going out. And this handle will allow me to actually bring back the glove when it's extended. And to add the springiness on the system, I'm adding a elastic band between two braces, which will push the boxing glove. And then I'm using the handle to bring back the glove. So it's working pretty nice. So here I'm driving the servo motor with my hand, but once we get the electronics done, it will work by itself. At the beginning I wanted to extend it and retract it automatically, but couldn't find a motor strong enough to bring it back. I also worked on the opening mechanism for the mouth of the arm. I'm just using almost the same system as the glove, with a handle and pushing braces. And so two fingers will be able to open the mouth and two fingers will retract the glove. So now let's talk about the Shuriken. So it's a pretty similar system as this video that I showed in the first part. It's more or less copied, but instead of having 3 pins, I am having a magnet and 2 pins, which will allow me to easily keep it in place. So basically the Shuriken is on a slope. At the beginning it's held by the 2 pins and the magnet, but at the end of the course, since it's on a slope, it won't be held by the pins anymore, just by the magnet, and because of the impact it will be launched. And I'm using this release mechanism driven by a servo motor, and this system will also be retracted by hand. Now let's see some real launches. finally, let's talk about the final power-up. I decided to go with a smoke instead of water jet, which is a much easier implementation in the end. So I found this super nice vaporizer, moisturizer, whatever you want to call it. I guess it was with like supersonic vibration. So just wet this white foam and insert it next to the vibrator. And once you power it up, you will just send mist. It's not a huge mist, nor powerful mist, but it's enough and gives a nice effect. I'm pretty happy with that. I bought two. I just hook it up to the rest of the system. It's powered up and by default turned on and will be activated by the relay. So I made a connector, so probably have a much easier implementation afterwards once I get the rest of the arm. So everything is connected, the smoke and the two servo motors that drives the extendable glove and the Shuriken. And everything is powered by 4 batteries. I didn't use the batteries that were already in the shoulder because I had a huge voltage drop, so yeah. So let me show you how it goes. This was my first test, you saw already in the intro, but actually in my first test I had all power-ups next to each other, so it was pretty nice. And yeah, I leave you with this, and I will see you for the last and final part, which will be finalizing the arm. So it will be mostly cutting foam, assembling everything together so that it looks nice. So it will probably take quite some time, but it will be less technical, so we don't know. I really hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next one.
Hold still, boy, like back then. Talk back till I snap back. This ain't brown, this that dark black. This that pitch black, jet black. Snap your ex, watch me give them flashbacks. Pressure's rising fast as lightning, they can't stop it now. If you ain't talking realness, then just change the topic now. They laughing at the top like they can't see the bottom.